okay? I've been in this business for, it's going to be 6 years in May. So May 30th. Hey, cool. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just stop. I got to say what's up to my brother. What is good? What happened in your last 7 days? What's the win? I need to hear this. You on mute, my brother. You on mute, my brother.
You say a win for me in the last 7 days? I converted to a.
It's lit. He converted a PM to a distributor.
Yeah, I was getting called.
Again.
Yeah.
No problem. I got it. So, good job. I'm proud of you. All right. So listen, y'all. So again, my name is Sabette. I've been in this company for 6 years, coming up in May 30th. When I first started, I was just the queen of I was an unhealthy, unmotivated, uncomfortable, professional dancer who just had put on some extra weight in college, like my freshman 15 turned into freshman 20, you feel me? And I just needed to get rid of it. I was always in the gym, but I wasn't doing what I needed to do eating wise because I'd always been an athlete. So me being an athlete, we know, and I ran track and played volleyball and I was a dancer. So I'm like, I can eat whatever. I'm gonna go to practice and run that shit off. But obviously when you get to college, your whole stuff changes, right? Everything changes as far as your routines. You're not doing the same things you were doing anymore, and that weight picks up. So I was in a position where I needed, like, my weight had picked up, and my mom being a personal trainer was on my head. Now, let me just put this disclaimer out there. For y'all who don't know me, I'm very unfiltered. So if you got kids around, just let them know, like, hey, don't say that, okay? But at the same time, I'm very raw, okay? So I'm asking permission to be my entire self. I'm asking just to ask it, but I never ask permission. I always just ask forgiveness. Okay. So moving forward, I decided, I was in college, and I was, my sponsor, who isn't on the call right now, but my sponsor, he was on Instagram. He added me on Instagram, and I was just like, who is this guy? Like, who is this person? Right. So we had mutual friends, and I decided to go to his page, and he just looked super happy and just working out all this time. He was talking about this thing called Herbalife. Didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but I saw that he was helping people lose weight. So people see what they need to see, right? Like, we always are attracted to things that we want. Like, if it's something in our paradigm where it's something that we want or we need, let's say I'm just talking about how I want to lose weight or whatever, if you're on somebody's page and they're talking about losing weight, like, you're gonna see that, right? It's like wanting a new car. Whenever you want a certain car, or whenever you have a brand new car, then you see that car everywhere. And before, you probably never saw that shit at all, right? So I saw that he wanted that he was helping people lose weight. So I hit him up, and I was leaving comments like, I'm gonna hit you soon. He was like, cool, hit me. I'm like, so a couple weeks later, I'm gonna hit you. Cool, hit me. And so I never hit that man for like maybe 4 months. And it got to a point where I was doing all of these different diets, like quick, fast, in a hurry diets. Like, I was going to GNC, buying all these like little shits or whatever. And I ended up almost passing out. I was living in the Bay Area. I'm from Richmond, California, but I almost passed out at a runway rehearsal for a modeling show, because I was just putting these drops in my drink, and I was eating like 500 calories a day, which for y'all know who now know that ain't shit, right? So I'm like, something has to happen. Like, I have to do something different. And I finally hit him up. He told me, Jerry, I don't know. Oh, you are muted. Okay, sorry. He had told me, like, go ahead and like, he ran everything down to me, and I was like, I'm gonna hit you on Friday when I get paid. I was working for T-Mobile at the time. I was driving a 94 Saturn twin cam. I was my point A to point B car. I was living paycheck to paycheck, right? But what really attracted me to the business wasn't really the results, it was the money. I needed money, and I also needed to lose weight. So if I can knock 2 birds out of one stone and do it quickly, and this man gonna help me, I want to do it. So I think he always tells a story, but he says, I hit him up on Thursday, I didn't even wait until Friday. And in my first month, I believe I made $102. Now, that little $102 was amazing because I impacted a few people. You know what I mean? All I did was I got online and I started just documenting my journey. It was just simple to me because I've always been a social media type person, but I just started documenting my journey, and people, not even people who were closest to me, random followers are hitting me like, hey, I want to do what you do. And you know. And so my sponsor had created the habit for me to always aim high. I had no idea, you know, like, oh, okay, cool, this is my first promotion, 500 volume points, this and this. Now, when I started, supervisor was 5,000 volume points to accomplish. So those of you who are new, or those of you who are not supervisors yet, or those of you who are already supervisors and have this opportunity to get our people to supervisor quickly, please take advantage, because back in the day, it was not this simple, okay? So back to my story, I went to go lose 25 pounds of fat. I put back on 8 pounds of lean muscle. And at that point, I had moved to LA. I went to my first event, which was Extravaganza. Extravaganza was in Vegas that year, 2013. And it completely changed my perspective of Herbalife. Like, I had no idea what I was a part of. All I knew, I was making a little quick money, you know what I mean, and losing weight and feeling great. But I had no idea the bigger picture, and the bigger picture of our company and what we have access to. I had no idea that I had access to change the generational wealth of my family. I had no idea that I had access to have the opportunity to have time freedom to go do my original passion, which is dance, and be present in that. And eventually, when I became a mother, to be present in my kids' life by staying at home and working from home. I had no idea that was possible. I had no idea that people were making over, disclaimer, but how people were making over 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, $100,000 a month with Herbalife. Had no idea that was even possible in life. You feel me? So I say all that to say, we made it to the global expansion team in 2 years. The team is amazing. You know, when you have a team that really has your back, like, it was incredible. I got pregnant with the twins, stayed on my nutrition program my entire pregnancy. I ended up gaining only 45 pounds of weight to show women that it was possible to be healthy while you're pregnant and still do Herbalife. Dropped my weight less than 3 weeks later after a C-section, and our team went into our first cut of global expansion team 2 weeks after the kids were born. So I say all that to say, anything is possible when it comes to your business. Now, to the training that I have for you today. So over the weekend, we had STS, and our Long Beach STS, if you guys are accustomed to your city, if you guys have ever been to our STS, it's completely different than any other city, okay? It's one of the largest, it's actually the largest STS besides New York in North America, all right? So when I went to my first STS in Los Angeles, and it just really made me appreciate, especially because most of our president's team, who I'm so grateful, are friends of mine, are in Los Angeles. I'm surrounded by leaders all of the time, okay? And so I really wanted to share what happened this weekend. So this weekend, Garen Jones, if you guys don't know who that is, Garen Jones did our STS. Now, I am the lead of hospitality. If you guys want to write this down, to get involved in your events, whatever your event is, please get involved as far as behind the scenes, because you need to know how to help run events so that eventually, you know, like, if you need to run an event, you need to run an event. You know what I mean? Like, this has everything to do with your vision. So I ended up, I'm the lead of hospitality and co-lead of registration. So it's what we do is a big part. Now, what happened was there were we ended up moving to a new venue over the weekend for the reasons that they were, and there were 300 people, new guests, new distributors, etc. Everybody who was not a supervisor, who could not get in the building and in the door because there was no more room. Imagine your event. The event that you go to, the STS that you go to every single month, and there is no room for the new people to learn. Like this is a vision that our Los Angeles region has had for months. Like, we're thinking about, okay, like 2019, like, we're gonna have no more room. Like, we've literally set this in our production meetings. So what happened was the tab team and above, Active World team and above, had to get up and leave and go to had to get up and leave and go to a different room, and we ended up having a tab training, because the event isn't about us, it's about the new people. It's about the new people being exposed to what's possible. It's about the new people being exposed to, you know, what's possible for them, right? So in this, we had 15K presidency member Tamika Adams, 15K executive presidency member Heather Schwartz, who else? 15K executive, no, 15K president's team, Super Mario McKinley, and 15K KO, Keon Owens, executive president's team, Keon Owens. We had John Weber, 20K executive president's team, John Weber, all speaking, okay? 2 hours of them just giving nuggets, right? And if you guys know anything about, if you guys have been on the team in the last 2 weeks, you've seen that me personally, I've been going through a lot of stuff. And usually for those who have been on the team for a while, I just keep moving. I keep pushing, I keep moving. Things don't usually bother me or my business. However, I needed a mental break. And sometimes we need that, okay? So I needed a break, and this revived me, which is why I wanted to do this call. So whatever you guys have done until now, if you've been in the business one day, if you've been in the business 3, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever you've done until now, forget about it. Whatever, if you've hit 2,000 volume points, 550 volume points, 500 volume points, forget about it. Because from this day forward, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Okay? For those of us who are tenured, how many of us came in the business fired up? Like, oh my God, like, I have no idea, like, this is crazy. Like I didn't know this was possible, right? When you hit that first 100 volume points, you're like, oh shit, I'm making volume, right? When you hit senior consultant, you're like, oh my God, I'm a senior consultant, right? But how many of you, and this is for the older people, are at your pin right now? You've probably been there for a little while and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just world team. I'm just supervisor. I'm just qualified producer. I'm just senior consultant. What happened to that excitement when you weren't that yet? The reason why you guys are not attracting the people you need to attract to your business is because you're not even excited about the pin that you're at. You don't appreciate where you're at, so because of that, you're not getting to the next place. Your people are not excited about senior consultant because they're brand new distributors and they have no idea, number one, probably how to get there. Or if they do, you probably didn't say it with that much enthusiasm. You're not letting them know that once they hit senior consultant, they can put up to $500 in their pocket just becoming a senior consultant or more, right? People came to you in this business for a reason. People came to you specifically. There are a million quadrillion distributors, probably a little less than that, but in this world, on Instagram, they were attracted to you for a reason, right? So from this day forward, I want you to go about this business. And again, if you're new, like, just take this as you're taking it. Like, if I'm talking to the old people right now, I want you to go about this business as if you are a brand new baby walking for the first time. I need you to relearn the marketing plan. I need you to relearn the qualifications for this, and that. I want you to sit in the STS in the room and don't talk to your neighbor or go to the bathroom or sit in the hallway when product section is up. Because I guarantee you, every single person on here has not taken every single product on Herbalife. I guarantee you, every single one of you have not been doing your 3 tabs a day the last 30 days. There's been a day where you probably missed one, right? So I need us to act like we're just waking up. When we first wake up in the morning, ooh, I'm getting the crap in my foot. When we first wake up in the morning, our bodies are fresh. We have a fresh mind. That's why they say do your personal development the first 30 minutes of waking up, because your mind is fresh. When you wake up and you hit that Instagram and start scrolling, and you see or you hit your text messages and something negative is in there, that's on you. You ruin your own day, right? So I need us to go into this business again like that. I need us to just have a fresh, clean slate. How many of you guys have compared yourselves to others who may have come into the business with you at the same time, or compared yourself to people who are moving faster than you, whether on Instagram or on this team? Be honest, raise your hand. Okay. I need us to get out of the habit of saying that's good for them. It's not good for them. It's good for us. Okay? When you see top flyers and you see Chuck and Jen post this top volume every single month or every whatever it is, whenever, or when Steph emails us the top flyers, it shouldn't be, oh, I'm using me as an example just because. Oh, Sabette did 3K already. Good for her. I'm no different than any one of you guys. I'm not. I am not. I just decided to work a little harder. Okay? Not everybody has the same skills. Not everybody attracts people for the same reason, right? But your people are your people for a reason. They came to you. They didn't come to me. So the less time that you spend comparing yourself to everybody else, the more time you can focus on bettering yourself, right? Where you are right now and in your business, in your life, and just in general, has nothing to do with other people sleeping on you. How many people feel like they're slept on? Like, oh, I know I'm this, I'm that. Like, and you don't have to raise your hand. But some of us feel like we're slept on, right? You're sleeping on your damn self. I need y'all to wake up. I need you to wake up. Everybody say they woke, but y'all ain't woke up from yourself. Okay? I need you to get it together and realize that you have everything that you need already inside you to be great. Literally. Stop comparing and it's like, when it comes to comparing ourselves, it's so natural. It's like, oh, her body is nice. Oh, her abs. Oh, I wish my abs are like that. Oh, like, stop doing that. Be your own competition. Like I said, whatever volume you did before or didn't do, or like, and Mark, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but I saw Mark's goal for this month. That man said 2,600. If I'm not mistaken, Mark is a World Team member. The minimum he should be doing is 2,500. Minimum. Tell y'all all the time, for supervisors and above who know the marketing plan, you are at 0 until you hit 2,500. Okay? Right now, I'm at negative 45 because I'm at 2,455 volume points for the month. I'm pissed at myself for not hitting 2,500 by the 15th. But that's my standard. Right? So what are your standards? How many people are you going to talk to minimum a day? How many times are you going to tell your story minimum a day? Like, no matter what, I'm not going to bed until five people know about Herbalife. New people, right? No matter what, I ain't going to bed until I get at least 2 more wellness evaluation Google Sheets done. Like, you know what I mean? So what's your standard? Are you drinking a gallon of water a day? Listen, I started today and I'm already like, I've been in the bathroom all day. Like, oh, I miss this feeling. Right? Are you taking your tabs 3 times a day? Are you doing your 2 shakes? Like, what's up? How are you going to attract anybody to your business? How are you going to attract the client that you want if you're not being the client you need to be for yourself? I know I've been attracting new business, but not the type of attraction that I need to be attracting, or the amount, I should say, because I haven't been on my shit physically. How many have noticed when you are on your shit, look, Jerry in the gym working out right now? How many know when you on your shit, nutrition and fitness wise, your business be like, where are these people coming from? Right? It's like DM, comment, DM, post. Like, people are just coming for you. Like, your cousin, who you ain't talked to in 6 months, and seen you on Facebook and hit you up like, cuz, I need that Herbalife shake. Right? So what are we doing with our results? The only difference between us and GUS, us and Super Team, us and whomever, whatever team that you look up to, and people on the team that you look up to, is because our results ain't shit. Let me be honest. Can I be honest with y'all? I remember at one point, like back in 2014, 15, like our whole team was popping. We was going on vacations, like, hello, abs, what's up? Nobody was straying away from the picture. They was like, oh no, y'all got that. I'm gonna get in the next one. Like, that just happened on our last vacation. We can't be doing that, right? And let me be clear. you being in your most physically fit state does not mean you have abs. I'm being very clear about this because people mistake being healthy with being skinny or having abs or whatever, right? It's whatever you feel like. Let me make something very clear to you. I have people, especially new distributors, who are like, oh, well, I don't really want to push the business until I get to my goal. Your number one mistake is that. Because somebody right now wants to be exactly where you are right now and would appreciate that. Right? You may not be where you want to be. You might want to lose a few more pounds or whatever until you feel completely confident with yourself. But I need you to understand that though you may be uncomfortable with where you're at, I need you to be confident with where you're at. Because your confidence with where you're at right now is going to attract somebody else. And them being on your journey with you is not only going to help push them, but help push yourself. Does this make sense? Okay. So, how many people, again, to those who are brand new, like, just take this how you take it. But some of you guys, I know for sure 2 people on here I haven't gone through the entire marketing plan with yet because they just signed up. Congratulations, Bree. Brand new distributor. Hello. Good morning. Good night. Good morning again. Okay. All right. So, how many of you guys know about the Prez Pack, the individuals in the Prez Pack who hit President's Team within 2 to 3 year time frame? Okay, so we're talking about Super, we're talking about Garen, we're talking about Brian Holyfield, we're talking about Nani, we're talking about who knows of those people who hit President's Team pretty quickly. Okay, Tamika went from World Team in April LDW to the very next April LDW hit Prez Team. To the very next April LDW hit 15K. All right. How many of you guys have been in the business over 3 years? Over 2 years. Okay. Over 6 months. Okay. Now, something that KO said over the weekend really, really touched me because, again, I have listened to people. I've seen people literally in front of my eyes, people who came in before me, after me, or 2 months prior to me, already at Prez, already at 15K. Right? It's the thief of comparison. But something KO said, it doesn't matter if you've been in the business 6 years already, me, okay? That doesn't mean your 2.5 years hasn't started yet. You can hit Prez Team 2.5 years from now, today. Like let today be your day 1 of 2.5 years. All right? Don't get caught up for those who have been in this thing for a minute and haven't changed plans for a while. All right? Don't get caught up in the time frame. Because if it's a goal and it's something that you want, you're going to do anything and everything that you need to get there, right? So don't get caught up in that. Your 2.5 years can start today. And that one thing that KO said, like I circled, underlined, it's been ingrained in my head since Saturday. Because I'm like, damn, I'm about to be 4 years coming up in May as a fully qualified global expansion team member. 4 years I've been getting. But I realized about 6 months ago that I really wasn't appreciating my pen. I remember I lost my pen for like 6 months, or like it broke, and I just procrastinated on ordering a new one. Because I was like, I'm just get. But I remember when I was juiced to hit get. I remember when Active World Team came and I got that $500 bonus. $500? What? Steph, unmute yourself and tell me how to get to Active World Team right now.
To get to Active World Team, y'all can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get to Active World Team, within a 6-month time span, you gotta do what I'm about to say. You gotta hit your 2,500 documented volume points, at least minimum 4 months in a row, and you have to do 5,000 documented volume points in 1 month, and then 500 royalty override points in 1 month.
Okay, so 500 royalty overrides means what?
Your organization of supervisors
Does how much volume collectively?
Does 10,000. I'm sorry.
Okay, great. Thank you. So listen, How many people's next pin is senior consultant, which is the very first promotion? Like, let's say you're a brand new distributor, you have not hit senior consultant yet. Please raise your hand if you have not hit senior consultant yet. If you're just a distributor right now, perfect. How many of you next pin is qualified producer at 42%? Okay, supervisor. Who's aiming for supervisor? Yay! Active supervisor. I know everybody on here should be raising their hand for active supervisor. Because there's some soups right now who ain't hitting, who ain't active. Y'all know what that means? Active supervisor. You getting that 50% off. Okay? You getting that 50% profit, but you ain't active. Think about it. Who's next pin is Royal Team? Like lineage-wise, who's next pin is Royal Team? Okay. Who's next pin is active Royal Team? Yeah, Marty. Who's next pin is Get? Coop. Who's next pin is 2.5 Get? Lineage-wise, me, but I'm going for Mill. Nah. Okay. Who's next pin is Millionaires Team? Okay. So right now, that's where we're at. The highest pin on this call is 2.5. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, and you plan on this being something where you really make some real money, I need you to know what that means. I need you to hit your sponsor today after this call, all right, and schedule a time to talk to them about the marketing plan and really explaining to you what's possible. Who went to their last STS? Okay. Who's planning on going to their next success training seminar with Herbalife? Okay, let me get really real with y'all. Those of you who are new, don't trip. I know y'all don't know what this stuff is, but you will. Get to the events. There is no reason why we go to these events every single month and you are still where you were 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. There's no reason why your volume hasn't moved. Y'all are part of the event, but y'all at this point are furniture. So y'all go to the events to say hi to your friends. You can say hi to them on Instagram. You are investing money for your time. Every month you pay $25 or $35 to go to STS and you sit there and talk and be on your phone. When you can do that outside, don't come if you're going to do all that. Like, honestly, it pisses me off when people show up to STS and just be there. Like, your furniture at this point, you are really a part of the event. Because you're here every month, but you ain't doing shit with it. That shit pisses me off. Okay? But I'm also guilty of doing it too. When I had to check myself. Are you guys inviting to the event? The event does it for you. Okay? Are you inviting to a wellness profile? Are you showing people what you do and how you do it? Stop being embarrassed that you do Herbalife. At the end of the day, I know you hear the naysayers like, oh, you do Herbalife. Oh, like, don't even worry about all that shit. Yes, I do Herbalife. Yes, I lost 15 pounds. Yes, I gained 20 pounds. Yes, I did. Okay? Yes, I'm wearing this button. Ask me about it. Right? Like, come on. I know what y'all want. A bunch of y'all could use anybody really can use the extra $100 a month. 200, 300. My highest month with Herbalife, I made $5,000. I got family who makes almost over $15K a month. My family's good. Okay? But what Herbalife is focusing on right now is your personal production. If you guys pay attention to these events, it's about your personal production. The promotions. It's about your... Herbalife has made it so easy for us to reach levels. All these promotions they throwing out at y'all ain't qualifying for nothing. All these promotions they're throwing at you to help your people qualify for stuff, and you're not even helping them understand how to do it. Herbalife is so simple. It may not be easy, but it's one of the most simplest businesses I've ever heard of. Right? Who doesn't want to lose weight? Who doesn't want to gain weight? Who doesn't need to tone up? Y'all hear that? Like, oh, I just want to tone up. Like, that means lean out. That means they want to lose some weight. Oh, I need y'all to write down your goals. Where are you going to be at Extravaganza 2019, which is in July, for those of you who don't know? Extravaganza is the Super Bowl of Herbalife. This year it's in New Orleans. So if you don't know about it, ask your sponsor about it, because you need to be there, period. With a T at the end. Okay? In 3 months from now, what goal or what pin will you be at? What level will you be at? If you're a new distributor, will you be at senior consultant 3 months from now? If you're a new distributor, will you be at supervisor 3 months from now? Like, what are your goals? And just because senior consultant, for example, is your next pin, or just because active world team is your next pin, doesn't mean that that's the ceiling. I'm not going for 2.5. We going for mil. Like, we going double cut at this point. We double cutting. I need 2 scissors. Like, come on. Right?
Walk across twice. Walk across the stage twice.
Twice. You feel me? Okay. So, like I said, write down your goal. If you like to come off mute and just tell me what that goal is, go ahead. But have you planned for your next pin? Do you know how to get there is the question. It's like, oh yeah, active supervisor, that's me. I'm coming for it. But if you don't know how to get to Texas from California, you just gonna hop on any freeway and just go? You need to put it in your mental GPS how to get somewhere. You can't go get anywhere without knowing how to get there, correct? Okay. Harvest doesn't come to those who wish. It comes to those who plant. What seeds are you planting every day? Your button is on, but are you clocked in? When somebody asks you, oh, well, how? Are you like oblivious and like, wait, what are you talking about? Or do you already, like, are you expecting? Is your intention when you go into a grocery store, my intention is to speak to at least 2 people today about this button right here. My intention is to get at least 2 contacts. Right? I don't care if you're scared. There are press team members today who are still scared to talk to people, but they press team. Right? If you don't talk, you don't eat. If you don't open your mouth and you're not open to that, you're not going to eat. Your family is not going to eat. If you don't have kids, cool. But your mama, your daddy, your siblings, your cousins, they're not eating. Because of you. You're not eating because of you, not anybody else. It has nothing to do with your sponsor, your sideline, your downline, nothing. It's because of you. This is about your personal production. When it comes to the vacation, like, can anybody on here with my show of a hand tell me what the qualification is to go to the North America vacation next year? What, Jerry? Tell me the qualification.
100.
You just muted yourself. You just muted yourself.
Jenna or Chuck already said it, but 110,000 vacation points.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the bonuses of that, though, like when you get extra points, what does that have to do with?
You getting 2, or if you get a frontline active supervisor, that counts for extra credit points. And documented royalty overrides count for points, and your personal production count for points, along with frontline active supervisor count for points, to a total of 110,000 volume points between January and December of this year.
Right. Okay. So mute out. Thank you. So look, Y'all know why Coop knows that? Because he's probably going for it. What happened to our mentality of qualifying for everything? When you go to LDW and you go to JKO and you go to all these different things, why are you not any VIP? Because you're aiming too fucking low, y'all. Like, you know how they say, like, shoot for the moon and you'll land on the stars? We got volume. You got royalty members with goals of 2,600 volume points when that should be their minimum. I told Mark, you could do 5K. What you doing? Oh, I haven't hit that in a while. It doesn't matter. Forget about anything you've done since yesterday and beyond. If you wanted to hit 5K this month, and for those of you who are new, 5,000 volume points, for example, okay, don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to explain to y'all later. If you wanted to hit by 5,000 volume points this month in March, and we only have, 21 days left, you could do that. Okay? If you hop on a Stairmaster and you're like, oh, I'm about to do 10 minutes. Let's go. You could do 20. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. All right? Okay. Yeah, I already talked about that. I'm going to STS and y'all still starving. I'm confused. SDS is there so you can eat. Help to teach you how to eat. They giving it all to you. How many of us leave STS fired up like, yes, it's gonna go down this month. Like it's going in. I'm gonna get all these. Monday, you not doing shit else different than you were last week. Stop being temporarily inspired. My story, my motivation, my sabbatisms, my whatever, it's not gonna put money in your pocket. Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, like you could be motivated all day, but that's not putting money in your pocket. You have to work. Jerry working right now on a treadmill listening to the call. He's working, right? You have to put in the work. All right. Said that. All right. So how many of you guys will say if somebody came up to you right now, as soon as we got off the phone, and they're like, I want to become a distributor with Herbalife. How do I do it? How many of you guys have a system? Okay, that's a problem. If you've been in this business more than 6 months and you have a mentor or a sponsor, that's kind of a problem. Okay? As a team, we have our shit together. There's things that we have access to that the leadership has created for you guys to be bam, 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 bam. This is what you do, right? Like it's there. We've been revamping stuff every few months, every 6 months. We're like, okay, maybe this isn't working, but it's not that it's not working. It's that people aren't putting it to work. All right. So if you have a question about that, or you're like, okay, coach, mentor, sponsor, whomever, if somebody was to come up to me today and say they wanted to be a distributor, what do I do? I'm not sure what your sponsor is going to tell you or whatnot. I know what I do and I know what I teach my team. I'm sorry, like not we are the team, but like, you know, like the people who I mentor or whatnot. But you need to have a system, because if you don't have a system, those people are going to fall through the cracks and they're going to find somebody else. Stop letting your people fall through the cracks. If you're nervous or you're unsure, this is why we have the whole team here. Hit up somebody. Hey, I have a question. Now, if it's like marketing plan stuff or like, hey, what's going on with the site? Like Herbalife, y'all know me. I'm going to be like, hey, y'all know. So bad, what should I, 1-800, what, 866-866-4744. That's my response to everything. My sponsor 3 months ago asked me a question. Hey, so he's newly back. So is it still whatever? I said 866-866-4744. He said, damn, like that? I said, you did it to me. I was taught well. We are independent distributors. Stop depending on me. Period. Okay? Your success is based on you and the lengths that you're willing to go through to get to where you want to be. With that being said, bother the hell out of your sponsor. Okay? Call me 3 a.m. Don't do that. I won't answer. But like, blow up my phone. If y'all know me, like those of you who know me who are always in communication with me, sometimes I may read it and just forget to respond. Okay, something happens to twins doing too much. Something going on, right? But if you need an answer, blow up your sponsor. It don't matter how busy they look, how busy they seem. Take advantage of the people. Ouch! I got a cramp. Take advantage of the people who are around you, of your team, of your sidelines, of your upline. Okay, even my downline teaches me stuff all the time. Like all the time. Okay? Who wants to know how to get clients? Okay? Start giving a shit about people. That's how. Some of us are not attracting the people we need to attract or not keeping those people because we actually don't give a damn. Oh, okay, cool. I got my cool little $50. Here's the plan. Good luck. Like, don't do that. If you guys go back to your distributor books, you'll see that there's a follow-up. Like, literally, go back to your distributor books. If you don't have them, I just reordered some like 2 months ago because it's brand new from 6 years ago. Like, they're completely different. But even my old ones broke it down as far as how to follow up, how to, get somebody on a certain meal plan if they're this weight or whatever, how to, like, all that stuff is available to you. Not even, like, let's say you had no team. MyHerbalife.com, those 4 little booklets, it's a workbook of step-by-step. So I don't care if you have clients who have been MIA, if you've mentally been MIA, something I always will tell people and tell you guys to do, which is what I do, is I reach out. Don't worry, like you have to detach from the outcome. Oh, I don't want to hit them up because they probably feel like I haven't hit them in a while. They probably feel like this, they probably feel like that. Like, detach from that. If they say they ain't fucking with you, you tried. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool. But my suggestion is to hit them up. Like, even if you're brand new and like you've been in this business like 6 months or whatever or less, and you had a few clients in the beginning and you like didn't do what you needed to do, just reach out to them like, hey, first of all, I want to say that I appreciate you reaching out to me to help you with your journey. I want to apologize. Take responsibility. That's number one. I wanted to apologize for not being the type of person or coach that you needed in the beginning. I was still trying to get my shit together. But now that I'm back and present with my journey, I would like to know if you want to join me and do this again. Summer's coming up. I have a 21-day challenge. I wanted to know if you're down. Are you down? Yes or no? Like, it works every time. All right. So yeah, start giving a shit about people. Start caring about their results. Your results aren't the only one you need to be worried about. Care about that 10 pounds they lost. Care about that 1 pound they lost in that 1 week. It's something. It's something to them. So it should be something to you as well. When people pay you on your Herbalife site or pay you cash or whatever, that is your advance for the value you're supposed to give them. If they don't come back, most of the time you didn't give them the value that they were supposed to get. You sat there on the phone with them or talked to them and were like, hey, I'm going to be there every step of the way. 6 days later, you ain't nowhere to be found. But you're posting on Instagram. But you haven't hit them up and be like, hey, how's it going? Day 1, how'd you make a shake? Day 3, how you feeling? Day 7, what are your results the last 7 days? Day 14, hey, da-da-da, whatever. Day 21, looks like it's almost time to reorder, right? Get it together. When we do Herbalife, but we ain't working, It makes Herbalife look bad. And that's the problem right now. The problem is a lot of us have been in this for a while, and it's okay. Like people go in and out, right? But when you do Herbalife and you got Go Herbalife on your page, and you wearing a button and stuff, but you ain't really working. You're not doing what you need to do nutrition-wise for yourself. You're not doing what you need to do workout-wise for yourself. You're not following up with your clients like you need to. You're not going to events. It makes Herbalife look bad. Because if you guys were aware of what's possible, like if you were to really go to an event and sit the entire time and be present and listen to these stories of how somebody's life has changed because this company, you will be completely aware of what's possible for you. You will hear something or hear somebody's story that's like, damn, that reminds me of me, or damn, like my aunt has, you know what I mean? Like you'll be present to it. These pins are not unattainable. Tab team is not unattainable. It's not. Like I said in the beginning of the year that I really want to see every single person on this team hit active world team. Imagine that. Imagine if you and all your downline hit active world team. Active world team means you have supervisors underneath you who accumulative are doing 10,000 volume points, which means they're at least doing 2,500, which means that you're making some money, which means that active world team, you get a free $500 bonus because you've helped a few people reach supervisor. And then they probably reach active supervisor. I don't know about y'all, but I feel better seeing my people get pinned versus me getting pinned. I feel better about people reaching levels than me reaching levels. Right? So you have to get out of the mindset of me. Sometimes that's fine. But you want to get into the mindset of how can I help my friend make $200 this month to pay her car note? How can I help my client lose 10 pounds so that she could actually look at herself in the mirror? How can I help, I don't know, this person who stalks my Instagram but never says anything to me actually feel like they're worth something? It's not about you. And it's not about us. And I know that that's the reason why we are not growing like we need to be. Okay? So for those of you who are brand spanking new, congratulations, welcome. Some of y'all are under me, so you guys know how I get. So it's like, whatever, right? Like this ain't nothing new to you. But just know, as a collective, as a team, that each of us has all of us, and each of us need all of us, right? All of us needs each of us. I don't care if Letty's business has nothing to do with me. Nothing. The volume she puts in her little volume bank ain't paying me. But I love to see her win. I have loved to see her get out of her shell. This girl been in the business for probably, how long, 5 years now? Yeah, a little bit after me. I've seen her go through so many transitions, but now I'm like, damn, she really about to do this business for real. That's crazy. I'm proud of you, girl. Right? Like, figure it out. I need you to let go of the outcome. Detach from the outcome. Somebody says no, do not get discouraged. It's one more closer to a yes. All right? I need you to really, 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 really set your goals. I would love to see all of us participate in this volume check every day. Because it's confronting. And when you confront yourself with reality, you have no choice but to move. Right? I don't care if you have never done 2,500 volume points in your life and you're currently a supervisor. Do that shit this month and prove yourself wrong. Prove to yourself that you got what it takes, because you already have everything you need inside of you. You be looking at everybody's Instagram and seeing their team hype them up and seeing how this person's team supports them and all this stuff. You have that. You in extravaganza, y'all can have 3 rows to yourself as far as your team. Our group picture as a photo can be your team, your downline, your front line. So let's start talking to our people and start talking. I mean, and when I say our people, I mean our sponsors, our mentors, whatever, of how do I get to the place where I'm moving up? If you don't know how to get to your next pin or your next level of wherever you're at, please ask your sponsor. I would love to do or contribute to a marketing plan something this week. The kids are not here. We can do whatever we need to do after 3 o'clock. Okay? Use your planners. Start doing your damn personal development. I challenge you for the next 48 hours to don't listen to no radio, no music, no trap music, no twerk. Like, listen, I need you to listen to personal development. Okay? Unless you work, if you're working out, then okay, I mean, you can do that. But 48 hours, like 48 hours just straight. Because I'm telling you, when I did that, and I think I went maybe a month. Okay, you can go to twerk class. You know, I teach class too. You know, do your thing, right? But I'm telling you, when I went a month with just listening to straight PD, at this point, my business changed completely. Because all I was filling my mind with was how to move forward with motivation. Whenever something happened, I hear ET in my head. Chuck used to call me the female ET because I said, like, it is crazy because whenever I'm listening to style, all I hear is ET because that's all that man listens to. Damn near. He'd be like, yeah, you know, and then the water boy, and I'd be like, bro, you ET, Junior. But you reflect what you intake, right? Food-wise, personal development-wise, trap-wise, like whatever you listen to consistently, whatever you watch consistently, like that's what comes out. So if you don't go 48 hours straight with no music, like, I mean, I'm not asking you guys to do this, or like to listen to no music at all. If you're in a gym and you need to listen to music to be on that Stairmaster, because trust me, I know the struggle. Do what you need to do, right? But I'm just challenging you to do at least 2 hours of PD a day. And this time next week, when we get on our call next week, I want you to really document or pay attention to what has changed with you, how you react to things differently, how you talk to people differently, right? So I'm gonna wrap it up. Trying to make sure I said everything that I wanted to say. I think I did. Last thing is, life's gonna happen, right? Life's gonna happen to you. Life don't stop. You may be a part of an amazing opportunity. You may see like what's possible for you and like, damn, like if she can do that, I can do that. Like, that's the attitude you have to have. Like, if they can do it, I can do it. Like, they ain't nobody special. Like, I'm special. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the attitude you have to have. But life isn't gonna stop. It just has to do with how you respond to it. So we gotta start to choose to respond differently. Sometimes we need those mental breaks. Sometimes, you know, those of us who struggle with depression, like we need to do what we need to do. But I'm just telling you, it's totally up to you of how your life ends up, of how your business ends up, of how your day goes. It's totally up to you. Some straight bullshit can happen to you, but it's how you react. All right. So I'm gonna close it up because it's 7:01. But if anybody has any questions, anything, you can unmute yourself. If not, we'll give y'all 30 seconds. No. If not, I want you guys to hit up the chat, and I want you to say what you took away, what you're going to change moving forward, and what your new goal for the month is. Because whatever that bullshit ass goal you had this month, pretty sure you can probably add at least 500 volume points to it. Okay. It's like working out. You think you can do 10, you can always do 2 more reps than you think. Okay. So I love y'all so much. Have a good night. And I'm going to talk to y'all in the chat. Bye.